All right, so it was probably around this point in the game for me where I've realized that hey, I need a few more spells in my arsenal. Like I just don't have enough items, or I believe enough what combat efficiency. The only thing that saved my life in this fight were those chomping cabbages, which I got some freebies from herbology class, thankfully. But these guys had some sort of weird resistance to where I couldn't really lift them or, crowd control them unless I grabbed their tongues. So, it was kind of a hassle once all four of them were kind of jumping on me at one time. I know a lot of you are probably going to have some comments about my combat prowess here, but hey, I'm still kind of learning. I'm definitely early on. And number one at this point is where I'm pretty sure a lot of players, if they haven't, like me, run into the Alohomora a spell yet, which would definitely have helped to go and get some extra equipment and different chests. So I'm on the lookout for that quest now. I believe the Unforgivable Curses may be available. There's a lot of other spells I want to kind of make my combat build around, but I just don't have them yet. So at this point, I will be going to look up some other guides. I just wanted to show this intro to the Jackdaw. I believe this is a big part of the main story quest line. So I wanted to kind of get enough of this finished to where a lot was unlocked. Definitely, I mean, hey, that I ended up surviving this battle, which is kind of crazy. I'm not even gonna lie. At this point, I thought it was over with. These guys were bugged on the side, but hey, a little incendio. Hey, that spell is OP, man. I threw one incendio down there and just cleared that out really quick. But that was 4 out of 5, and I didn't notice this earlier, but there's another one kind of roaming. But I'll run into that when I'm exiting out. So this is the Jackdaw intro, and every house, if I'm not mistaken, has a sort of special side quest to go along with this quest line. So I thought it'd be interesting just to show this. At this point, I'm already planning my next playthroughs. I see things that I might have wanted to focus on earlier, such as combat, because I spent so much time just roaming the castle
Why would I need a
grounds.
piece of
But
toast?
definitely a lot to look
I
forward to
suppose
here.
that's where it
I'll just
goes.
show you guys kind of this cutscene and the Jackdaw intro part and just fade it out from here.
Revelio.
Could it be? A visitor? Oh! Ah! Ooh! Ah! The name's Richard Jackdaw. I was a student, just like you, about a century ago. How in the world did you find this place?
A house elf named Scrope sent me. Said I might find a black family ring here.
Ah. Sorry to say, I sold the ring a long time ago. Poor Scrope. Still holds a candle for Apollonia, I reckon. Can't say I blame him. I stole all these treasures just to impress her. Alas, 'twas to no avail. I thought a secret map I pilfered from Peeves would pique her interest. But she simply rolled her eyes. What would I want with yellowed old pages torn from a book? Not my finest moment.
I'd like to have those pages if you don't mind.
They're not here. I thought if Apollonia wasn't interested in the map on the pages, perhaps it would lead to something that would intrigue her. So, I followed the map to what I can only describe as an enchanted cave of some kind. And you see what happened next? Here's an idea. Why don't you meet me at the edge of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll show you where to find the pages.
How is it possible to steal from Peeves, a poltergeist?
I didn't steal the pages from his ghostly form. I merely found them in his wake of destruction. He has a penchant for wrecking things. Books, bottles, suits of armor, whatever's sure to cause the most chaos. He dropped them after a particularly aggressive romp through the library.
I suppose if that's the only way for me to get those pages, I'll meet you at the forest.
I'm sure the pages are still tucked in my waistcoat. If you don't mind the sight of my decapitated skeleton, they're yours for the taking.